Hi there, my name is Doug Steele. I'm here to talk about Toward the Horizon, a book by Frank Shavinsky. I had the pleasure of meeting Frank a few years ago through a neighborhood group. My wife and I were looking for a community to meet and really kind of learn more about the Bible. And we had the pleasure of meeting Frank. I hadn't known Frank, we didn't know anything about him, and we met him and his wife, just lovely people. And wow, what a depth of knowledge that Frank has provided through our small group. And had the opportunity to go through the book of Matthew with Frank, at which time he kind of shared with us that they had a book. I also happened to be part of a men's Bible study. And when I was provided this book, Toward the Horizon, the study of Matthew, we brought the book to my men's group. I really liked the book. Frank approaches Matthew in a completely different way than perhaps I have been provided before. He starts off with some kind of questions that made me think differently. And as we dive into the Word, as you dive into the Scripture, and you bring these questions that were asked, it really starts some different conversations about a book that a lot of us know quite a bit about. So the approach was different. It spurred really in-depth conversation. And really the men in that group are kind of talking about things that perhaps we might not have, or at least approached Matthew and the gospel in a different way. So if you're looking for something different, if you're looking for an opportunity to learn something perhaps slightly different, even stories you may be very familiar with or not familiar at all, I really think that Frank does a nice job making you think, process what the Scripture might be telling you, and then bring it all together. So I would highly recommend that, and I just find it a really enjoyable way and a different way to look at something that I had heard about before.